shop, and yeah, herbs is for the healing of the nation. You know what I'm saying? I've been utilizing herbs the last like 10, 11 years. You know what I'm saying? On my path and journey consistently, though. You know what I'm saying? And it really helped to heal me. You know, I was with a lot of health issues. Majority of my life, I consumed the standard American diet. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing up, you know, out here in California, you know, in the hood and stuff. You know, my mom, my family, you know, just off the education that we get, you know, growing up in America, you know, just taught, you know, to eat mostly, you know, a lot of junk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that wasn't good for me. So, you know, I consumed a lot of sugars, a lot of dairy, a lot of meat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of starches, a lot of stuff that wasn't really good for me. And over time, you know, I played basketball. Majority of my life, you know, in college, I played a little bit overseas in China. And once I got back from China, I started having some major health issues. I think it had to do with some of the pollution out there in China, but also the food I was consuming at that time, and I had slowed down on my playing basketball. So my metabolism and everything in my body started shifting. So it started to catch up to me a lot more. And when that started to happen, I was going to the hospital at the time. Going to Kaiser, going to, what's the other one? Oh, damn, what's that other one? That's not too far away from here, the hospital. Highland, Young Highland, man. Highland, Killer Highland, you know what I'm saying? Going to Killer Highland and getting treatments, you feel me? And when nothing working, I was using a lot of antibiotics, you know, a lot of painkillers. They was doing a lot of blood tests on me and stuff, you know, wasn't nothing working, you feel me? So I was like, man, forget that. I'm just gonna trust in myself, you know, find a way to heal myself. And so I started doing a lot of research online, you know, get things to Google and you know, the web, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot of information on there right now. So this is about close to 13 years ago, in 2011, going to 2012, started doing some major research, you know what I'm saying? Found out about all the environmental issues I wasn't really aware of, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, chemtrails and chemicals and, you know, stuff they spray in the air, but also, you know, the water, you know, water very polluted, you know, didn't know about fluoride in the water, didn't know about all the drugs and chemicals they got in the water. They didn't really get know about, you know, GMO food at that time. Now, growing up, maybe some folks, I remember, you know, a little bit better than I can, but it wasn't organic food and like that growing up. There wasn't no different labels between organic and all that other stuff. It was just food was food, you know, and it was a little bit more healthier. Especially probably for when our ancestors, you know, some years ago, you know, it was a lot more healthier. But they doing to the food nowadays, you know, man, it's crazy for me. So I was getting caught up in a lot of that, you know, and how to make a big shift. But one of the biggest shifts that really helped me was working with these herbs, you know what I'm saying? So today I brought numerous herbs. Like I said, I wanted to do a demo on how to make a herbal tea. You know, I know it might sound common, but a lot of folks still may not know how to make a medicinal herbal tea. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, teas I was getting mostly come out of little tea bags. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, Lipton tea. You know what I'm saying? What else? You know, other little teas. You know, but they wasn't doing nothing really. They here. You know what I'm saying? You can taste it, you know, a little bit, you know, drink it, but it's not really medicinal because it's not the most natural herbs that you can get, you feel me? But I started doing more research on herbs and stuff too, because I was getting little tea bags and tea boxes in the store, you know, say, you know, ginger and lemon, you know, whatever, or turmeric, you know what I'm saying? They put turmeric in everything nowadays in the stores. I think that's going to heal you with everything, you know, and it wasn't really helping, you feel me? So I was like, man, let me just find out another way, you know what I'm saying? There gotta be some more powerful stuff out there. So what I did was I went to different like farmers markets, went to different local stores, and I started asking questions about the herbs and where they get them from. And most of the herbs was coming from Star West, you know what I'm saying, Frontier, some other like bigger, you know, herbal companies, whatever, but none of them companies really are, herbs ain't really medicinal. A lot of those herbs are still farm raised, meaning like they're raised on a big farm, but they're not exactly where herbs even come from. You know what I'm saying? They take herbs and put them in other places and other soils, it can grow with the medicinal properties of it. You know what I'm saying? You'll want to get herbs that come straight from the land where they come from, straight from the soil and the dirt that's been growing here for thousands of years if you can. You know what I'm saying? Some herbs have been growing in the same place for thousands of years. And when you get herbs like that, medicine like that, that's real medicine, you know what I'm saying? Because it's in its more natural state. It got all the properties that it came with, that it originally came with, you know what I'm saying? And when you use it, you'll get some real results, you feel me? So I started to travel a little bit more. First country I traveled to outside of the country of America was China at that time. But then from there, I got a chance to go to Cuba for the first time in 2017, 2018, I believe. And when I went to Cuba for the first time, I got a chance to eat and experience some food that was outside of my natural environment. The food and the fruits, so it was a lot more better out there, a lot more natural. I felt a lot more healthier. I felt a lot more good taking those fruits and herbs. And then after the first time I went to Honduras, that was the first time that I actually like experienced like more the healing with the herbs. You know what I'm saying? They make these herbal tonics and concoctions, you feel me, that were really deeply brewed and steamed, and I was able to drink it and I was able to feel it, you know what I'm saying, in my body. And so from that time, I've been doing my best to consume herbs from places that I know where medicine come from, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of herbs I get right now, since I'm out here in North America, more of my territory where I was born at, I try to get herbs more that come from out this way. So I find myself getting more herbs from Mexico, you know what I'm saying? Mexico still, for the most part, is a sacred indigenous land that still got most of its fertile soil, and most of its indigenous people are growing the herbs too. Now, I think that's another important thing too as well, who grow the herbs, you know what I'm saying? Now, you can get some herbs grown, like I'm saying, from a farm, from a commercial farm. You know what I'm saying? The commercial farm gonna hire commercial people. You know, for the most part, it ain't gonna be people that may be passionate about the herbs. It may not be people who even know what they even do, but they know how to grow them, or they grow it by themselves. You know, most of these places, the herbs, you know, they always grow by themselves. You know what I'm saying? But the people who care for them, the people who put their energy behind them, folks who speak to the herbs, speak to the plants, get a relationship with them, those are the more medicinal herbs that I've been able to find, that I've been working with. You know what I'm saying? So most of the people in Mexico and these places that grow the herbs, they still got a relationship with them. Their family might have been using these herbs for a long time. They might have been raised with the information and knowledge about these herbs, and they work with the herbs and know how to use them medicinally. You know what I'm saying? So I try to get a lot of my herbs from Mexico, but when I travel too, I got a lot of herbs. So on this tour to Zanzibar, I got a lot of herbs from Zanzibar East Africa. This is some lemongrass from Zanzibar. I don't know if folks seen lemongrass before, but just so you can see the difference of some herbs when they in their natural form in some other places in other countries. Usually when I find herbs in other countries and they grow them, they be a lot more thicker, a lot more denser, and they don't look as commercial. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking all clean, and they not, you know, a lot of them got dirt on them. You know what I'm saying? You got the leaves still connected with them, with the bark from the tree and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's some real good medicine. This one you might have to open it up a little bit more, but this is an herb called chaparral. You know what I'm saying? Chaparral is a really good herb for kidneys, skin issues, arthritis. It gives you iron and it helps to cleanse the blood. So this is from Mexico. I actually got this one from Victor Bowman, Dr. Ceiba's son. You know, bless him with that one. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's some chaparral, some really good medicinal medicine. For anybody who's looking to fight against cancer, boost your immunity, and keep you on all around good health, this is some soursop leaves, you know what I'm saying? You know, those are soursop leaves. Those ones coming from Mexico, but some of these plants, they grow all around the world. You know, soursop grow in Mexico, they grow in Jamaica, they grow in Africa. Soursop is more of an international plant, you know what I'm saying? For anybody who uses nutmeg, this is nutmeg in its natural form right here. You know what I'm saying? With the seeds and the shells and everything. That's nutmeg right there, in its natural form. You know what I'm saying? This is another herb that y'all heard it before. You might have heard it called mullein.
Yeah.
But in Mexico, it's called, I think, rabalo. I think it's Gorlobo. You feel me? But this is Gorlobo. This is all natural mullein though. The mullein I used to get from the store, you know, from the other companies, they don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't look like that. It's not as raw, it's not as natural, it's not as pure. So, you know, that will give you a lot more healing for your body. This tea right here that has been steeped and has been made. It's made with hibiscus, which is this, or hermica, what they call it in other places. They call it sorrel in other places like Jamaica and Africa. But that's another herb that grows all around the world too, in a lot of African different places. But in a lot of these places where you go to, you know, we got different people who make herbal compounds out here in America in different places where they get the herbs from. But in a lot of the indigenous places, they're gonna use the most simplest herb and use that for healing for many different things. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you one, and they're gonna talk about it in the presentation. This is some banana leaves right here. And shout out to the Christopher Raw. She put me on with the access to them out here, and you can get in that birthday bowl of a banana blossom. You know what I'm saying? Take that banana blossom, and you can dehydrate it, and that's gonna help you with cancer, bones, skin issues, your immunity, and help you with a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna break it down in the presentation too as well about some other stuff you can do with it as well. But you know, that's from the banana. You know what I'm saying? When nobody think of banana leaf is anti-cancerous, but it is. You feel me? And it's well proven. So yeah, I'm just passing around these different herbs. Now this is a bark. Now when it comes to herbs, a lot of people might only think about the leaves, you know, or the flower, but the barks, in my opinion, are some of the most medicinal herbs you can use because they're more concentrated. You know what I'm saying? You think of a bark of a tree, it's very hard, it's very firm. So when you brew that bark, just a rule of thumb, from what I was hearing, you want to boil the leaves and the flowers. You don't need to boil it. You know what I'm saying? You can steep it. That means heat the water up, take the leaves or the flower, and turn the pot off. And then after the pot cool down a little bit, put the herbs in and just let it steep. You know what I'm saying? Because the leaves and the flowers, they light. You don't need to be boiling them like that. As soon as you put them in the water, it's gonna start to pull everything out of it. Now the root, in the other example, like the bark of it, that's a lot more concentrated. So you actually should boil those though. You know what I'm saying? So this one right here, this one is a bark right here. You can see it's hard, you know, it's very firm. It's from the bark of the tree. But also one thing about these barks too, since they're so concentrated, you don't need to use as much. I've been using this one. You know what I'm saying? It's very powerful. It's called Chala. It's from Mexico. It's good for stomach ulcers, gas, anti-cancerous. But at one point in time, coming back from traveling, I was dealing with some stomach issues. You know, you travel to another country, you eat a lot of nice, rich food. You come back here, you eat some bull, it'll mess your stomach up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened to me. I came back, and it wasn't even like I'm eating like, you know, plant-based and vegan and all that stuff, but the stuff out here is really no good. It's a lot of chemicals, even in the organic stuff from the store. You know what I'm saying? They spraying wax on the stuff, on the zucchinis, oranges, apples. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do extra stuff to clean them, all type of stuff. So I had got some stomach issues. I started using this one. I used it, you know, for a couple days. I used it light. I'm like, let me use it a little bit more to make it a little stronger. I made it too strong, man. My stomach messed my stomach up even more. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I made this a little bit too strong. So you gotta be careful with these herbs.
You do.
You gotta be very careful because some of them, you make them too strong, they can give you some issues more than what you even had. You know what I'm saying? So be very mindful. Not to say anything to be afraid of, but just take your time. If you need tea, make a light tea first if you can. When you boil the water, you will see that the darker the water, that means the more stronger and concentrated it is. So if you want, a good way to start off is, you know, I guess 1 ounce, 2 ounce, you know, of the water, and a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of herbs, just so you can like try it out, sample it, see how strong it may be. You might be able to make it a little bit stronger. You might need to make it a little bit stronger, but it might already be strong enough. I mean, everybody's body is different. You know what I'm saying? My microbutt guy on here is different from everybody else's gut system. You know what I'm saying? We all got our gut system. You know what I'm saying? So some stuff might be too strong for me, it might be cool for you, you know what I'm saying? Because your gut might be a little bit stronger in that area, you know what I'm saying? So definitely test out the herbs and you take them a little bit at a time, you know what I'm saying? And then once you get a flow and you see how it feels to your body, then you can start taking more of it. So there's certain herbs that I go to nowadays. I go to more to the sour sop, you know what I'm saying? That's a good one I take. I can take that every day. It's cool for me. It's anti-cancerous, raise my immune system, and it's good for me. You know what I'm saying? This one I was telling you about right here, I take this one every couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so strong and concentrated. Once I take it in my body, it flushes all out. I don't need to take as much anymore. You know what I'm saying? Also got ginger powder here. Now I want y'all to smell this one. This is ginger powder coming from Zanzibar. Now smell this one and see if you think it smells similar to the ginger powder that you might have smelled out here in America.